Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Yeah, yes, of course. It's Friday in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know what time it is? It is sports time. And of course, I want to thank Dana and Julian for holding it down for the first half an hour. But we are up with sports. Yes, sports happening right here in Tobago and of course, Trinidad and Tobago. We have two interviews for you guys this morning. We're going to start off with some T.T.F.A football. And we have on the line with us Mr. Wayne Cunningham out of TTT. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Good
Yeah,
morning to all, especially my friends and
fantastic.
family in Tobago.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Thank you so much for joining the studios of Tobago Updates Television. Of course, I know you are familiar with television spaces. Wayne, we're talking about T.T.F.A football this morning. Fairly need to have the conversation. We were really trying to get someone from the T.T.F.A to talk to us about the Tier 2. Of course, we have two Tobago teams participating there, one of which are currently on top of the table, unbeaten in the season. Can't speak too much for the other team out of Bethel. And I was actually questioning the format, not me alone, but people in Tobago were questioning the format of the Tier 2. But before we get into that format, I mean, you have covered the league as a sport anchor, the TTT. I mean, your thoughts on the league thus far?
Well, on the league, that's where first begin. Once again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And I must say a little disclaimer here. I no longer with the TTFA.
Right.
Just working on my experience here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we are TTT. We have a show called First Team, which
Yeah.
covered the league extensively. Tier 1, we covered part of Tier 2 before the season ended. We're going to start back the season sometime in September. But my thoughts on the league, it's refreshing to see top flight football back. The organization of Tier 1 was, I think, very good for coming out of the pandemic and no football for over 2 years. It was good action and so forth. Tier 2, on the other hand, I think I'm watching now, and I think they're a little bit neglected, after the explosion of Tier 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? But still seeing good football in Tier 2. So, um, all in all, I welcome back top flight football, and it has been good. They got 8 out of 10.
Any particular player caught your eyes? I mean, I have been watching mostly of course Phoenix 6 games because
Yeah.
I'm from out of Cunningham, Bonaccord. I mean, some will say I'm from
Right.
Castara. Born and grew up in Castara, but I lived in Cunningham, Bonaccord for some years. So I kind of adopted Phoenix as my team in Tobago here now, and nationally as well.
All right. Well, we have something in common because, full disclosure here,
Yeah.
me and Terry Williams go way back.
That's talking about.
Way back, So
But they have a
I
young
know
man.
Leandro's a little fella.
They have
So
a young
anytime I
man.
see
They have a young man
Leandro on
coaching
the
them.
field, uh,
Yeah, they have a young man,
anytime I see
Nigel
Leandro on the field,
D'Souza.
I feel good.
Yeah. And you mentioned Leandro, Shelton Williams, that's Terry's,
Yeah,
I think his eldest
that's
son.
good.
He's also a
Yeah,
part of the coaching team there. So they're now
yes,
giving back to the community, of which,
yeah.
I mean, they were very grateful to represent over the years with 1976 FC Phoenix. They now go by FC Phoenix. I'm not too sure why they got rid of the year. But
Yeah.
they have been playing really good football. Hence, they are unbeaten in their 10 matches in the first round. And I mean, Michael Jem Gordon, of course, some pro league experience with Police. He came back playing with Phoenix, and he's now the league's top scorer. So he really have caught my eyes. I'm hoping that he caught the eyes of the national selectors as well. So no particular player caught your eyes.
Well, as I say, I was gonna say Jem Gordon,
Yeah.
because he playing very well up there with Phoenix, and I think watching his motions, I think Leandro still has something to give.
Right.
How to put it? I don't think he given us 100, but what he given us is so classy, right? That if he put out a bit more, we'll see the real player.
Yeah, and that's Leandro for you, It's like
Yeah.
he looks lazy on the field, but he's very effective, very experienced as
Yeah.
well. And it's good to
Yeah.
see that he's gelling with the youngsters. And I'm told that within this team, the average age there is like 22, 23. So they have a very young team. And
Yeah.
obviously,
Well, that's good.
I mean, I'm really happy to see that the community itself supporting them. But let's come to the important topic here this morning, because I have watched football over the all over the world. I mean, I like the English Premier League. Big up to Manchester United, and of course I support I used to support Jabalete in Trinidad. And I
Right.
know you have a league and then you have a knockout. You want to say
Yeah.
something there? You sound like a Chelsea fan, you know.
Well, you want Jabalute, so it's war one time because
Yeah,
I have Caledonia.
Caledonia man.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
the neighbors. So it's war one time.
Yes,
So
yes, indeed.
I think I'm gonna stop the interview.
So the format is the top 6 teams from the league.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
are going to play in this knockout thing. Let's explain for me.
All right.
Mhm.
Let me go from the top. I don't think this playoff system would have happened unless the teams agree.
Right.
Right now, you have to remember we coming out of this 2.5 year hiatus from football. We have to get back in line with the region to say, right? That is why in tier 1 they had a cutoff point for the league,
Hmm.
right? And even though you had more games to go, the top 3 teams qualified for Champions League football, for regional football, right? Because we are a little time constraint. I figure the same thing happened with regards to tier 2 because the league had a setback just now, right? And we have to get tier 2 started as well if we're going to do promotion and
Right.
relegation, right? So they had to finish the tier 2
Hmm.
in a certain time frame. So what they did basically, I was not a meeting. I didn't partake, but I saw it done already.
Yeah.
What they did is that they probably told the teams after X time, which is August 23rd, actually, after August 23rd, whoever in these 6 positions will qualify for the playoff.
Right.
Right? If you saw yesterday, it had a makeup game between PT Valley, Digomatin United, and Matura.
Hmm.
Right? That's the makeup ground before the 23rd, which
And that's next
is
Wednesday.
just next week.
Yeah.
Right? So what they did, they're going to take those 6 teams
Hmm.
and put them in the playoff, right, to decide the championship, which some people will find unfair
I
because
find that unfair.
Phoenix could, yeah,
I find
Phoenix
that
could come
unfair.
now after being unbeaten whole
Exactly.
season,
And have a
right?
bad
Because
day.
if you watch the brackets for
Yeah.
tier 1, I don't
Mhm.
know if you have. Let me
There,
bring it up.
yes. Ah, good. I
Let me
hope
bring it
my
up a little
guy
bit
can
here.
zoom in there. Right.
Right, good.
Right.
If you watch Phoenix over here first,
You will
and
have
we're
a
going to play
buy.
third and sixth,
Yeah.
right? Third and sixth right now
It's
is
Harlem.
the
That's
clash.
Harlem. Go ahead.
Third and sixth right now is the clash of the services. It will be police versus defense force. Defense force known as a slow starter. Defense force started slow in tier 1 and then come and win everything. Then it take a little while to build up, and when they start, they don't stop.
Yes, and yes.
So police and all started slow in tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the 2 most dangerous teams
Teams.
it will have to play
Mm-hmm.
for Terry and his team.
And that is, you see what you just said there? That's my
Mm.
concern. Because
Right?
league football and knockout football, 2 different things.
Yeah,
When you go to
yeah.
knockout, it have no, if I
No, no
lose, I can
comeback.
come back tomorrow,
Yeah,
It's go home.
yeah,
And you're leaving
no comeback.
everything out there on the field. And if I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that I have a game in hand, I can still qualify for the top 6. I ain't
Mm.
playing on my big players in that game day. I rested my
Exactly,
players for the knockout game. So
exactly.
I really think it was, and not because Phoenix on the top. I think it was
Yeah.
unfair to the teams in the league. And if they agreed on this before, man, no. Them managers, they were
No,
licks. Them managers were
and
real licks.
you know why? You know why I believe it was agreed to before? Because I'm not hearing any grumbling.
Mm-hmm.
In football, you say grumbling early, right? And when it was announced that the playoff coming, I believe the league would have sat down with the managers and the coaches and tell them, look, this is the case, this is what we're going to do. And everybody, more or less, I want to be speculate that agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I don't think it started last week. I
Mm-hmm.
believe they probably agreed to this uh, in the earlies,
Yeah.
like the tier 1, because tier 1 and all, for you to be in fourth and still had 2 games to go and could catch third place.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? That in tier 1, that was the argument. But they agreed to it early on. So when the cutoff point came for tier 1 and Port of Spain Defence Force and Club Sando qualified for regional competition, no grumbling. Everybody take it because they agree. And I figure the same thing going on in tier 2.
Yeah, and
You know?
before we wrap, and so just to be clear, obviously Phoenix would have finished in first position, so they'll have a full strong bye, and then they'll play the winner between, of course, the servicemen there, who are in that's what, third and sixth, right?
Yeah.
And then the other team in second place, which is Queens Park Cricket Club,
Queens Park, yeah.
they'll play the winner between fourth and fifth.
Fourth and fifth, and right now that is Harlem Strikers and San Fernando Giants.
Those are 2 big matches. So let me ask you a question now. So because you think that, let's say Phoenix, they win the semi-final game. Obviously that game might be played in Tobago, but I am challenging the authorities here. If it is that Phoenix gets past whoever it is, whether it's police or defense force, we won the finals in Tobago. We have a right to York Stadium. Your thoughts on that?
No, well, obviously, but Phoenix only right to host the finals.
Yeah.
The only right to host the semi-final as well.
Yeah.
Right? As a matter of fact, you know, if the authorities thinking a little bit, they have from the semi-final and the final and the third place playoff, they played in the right York.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. When I ran out of time this morning. I mean. Always short talking to you, right? But we're going to have you back celebrating the trophy. I'm going to have Willie Andrew right here and Nigeria with the trophy celebrating. And I'm going to have you here celebrating with us.
All right. Okay.
I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah. We have to do something about Bethel, though.
We're going to talk about Bethel next time.
All right. Good.
Have a good day, sir.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yes. Of course, we've been chatting there with Mr. Wayne Cunningham talking about T.T.F.A football, where we are very proud of Phoenix, and hopefully all will go well for them in their semi-final game. But don't go anywhere. Remember to share the live. We're going to be chatting great ways after the break.